There we go. How is everybody doing? This is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. Warriors and witches, how y'all doing? And God bless. We are back with more hard rant streams for you. We got three sort of talking points that we should get into. Appreciate everybody being here. I need to change this music because this one I don't like this one. I'll change it up. Let me find a better one. Let me try this one. That's better. That's better. Yeah, I like that one. But yeah, we got some talking points. We got some stuff to talk about with Exodus. Probably the final nail on the coffin for Exodus. Especially for people that are coming from Mass Effect over to Exodus. And then we got another game, another thing with Neil Ckman. Apparently, he might be out before even Intergalactic comes out. But Naughty Dog, it's a rumor, though. It's a rumor, so I have to be very careful with citing that. But definitely that, and of course, the big news on Sony. We got that as well. What's this one, though? Let's try this one. Let's try this one. Yeah, I like that one. That's way better. Got a good picture, too. Yeah. We got that to talk about. I did have some trailers, but honestly, I want to wait for more stuff on that trailer. So, we got trailers for games, but I don't want to talk about that too much because the trailers that we got, I think I saw one game that was interesting. It was like a first-person shooter sort of Souls-like game, and I was just like, okay, well, what other trailers do we got? And I'm like, nope, nothing else. So it's a shame. I don't see anything else. Let me look at the fuck. What the fuck? Hey, where's my? There we go. Do we have anything else besides that? Well, let's check, because there might be new news. Bro, you got to go in. Go in what? You know what? No. Let's try. Yeah. Game trailers. And also, I know that somebody spoke about this. Somebody said, like, hey man, you just reached 6K. That's great. I appreciate all the love and support. But, you know, I'm not going to get excited until 10K. I just got to keep going. Literally zero's reason to own a console at this point. Yeah, there's no point. The fact that GOG and Steam right now are the two, you own your shit in GOG and Steam. Let me hold, you know what? Let me double check, because I know with GOG, said even if a game vanishes from the GOG storefront, it never leaves your library, exactly as digitally owned. But what if the store is gone? That's a little bit more important. I know GOG offers ownership free from DRM, but that statement is weak. Steam does the same thing, where if you purchase a game prior to it being delisted, then it too remains in your library. Is that true though? You don't get an install setup file. With every game you buy on GOG, you can move, store, and burn on a CD. That's crazy. That file, however you wish. Not possible on Steam without cracking it. I've actually seen some websites on, yeah, I'm not going to tell you what website that is. At this point, piracy is not stealing. They provide the actual installers or something, so even if you are banned from GOG, you own them. I don't think Steam works the same way. No, I don't think it does. Leaving everything else aside, not making the announcement to differentiate themselves from Steam. Download a Steam game and a GOG game, then uninstall Steam and then GOG launcher and see what games are left on your PC. Only GOG games are still there, not the Steam games. Okay, yeah, so Steam's still, yeah. Oh god damn. GOG gives you an old school installer. You can burn it to a disk and keep it for, wow, no license key or any other bullshit. Maybe GOG, oh my god. Steam have removed games from the libraries of gamers in the past. Yes, they fucking did. They did that shit to me. Because I was like, where's the game that I bought? But it's exponentially rare as I understand it. I was like, wait, didn't I buy this game and didn't I play it? I could have sworn I had it in my store. And I was like, what the fuck? Their default stance is that the game stays in your library even after it's removed from the store. That's about it. But you still need Steam. On GOG you can copy. Yeah, okay, gotcha. All right, everybody's on the same page. Okay, all right. OCGOG, Steam's still a license, but if you already bought it before removal, you could still download it. Okay, cool. These games ain't even all that good now. That's what I'm. You're so on point there. Who said that? The last notary. That's it. These games ain't even that good. That's the thing right there. Is that if the games were good like it was back in 2012, we would be doing more physical media. As a matter of fact, they were the ones pushing us away from physical media. They were the ones doing it. They were just like, ah, well, you just bought this game that broke. You want to return? Fine, but we're gonna do this just once. That's how PlayStation and Xbox, and don't even try that with Nintendo, okay? The return policy with these games is shit. And especially, thank you GameStop, by the way. I appreciate that, GameSpot. They've been trying to push live services and all this junk video game slop at us, and they expect us to be like, yeah, try this game out. And I'm like, well, I don't like the game. Well, you played it longer than 2 hours. Oh well. What are you gonna do? And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Oh, you played it longer than 2 hours. Oh. They are the ones that are moving the TOS within Sony and Microsoft move so quickly that it makes our fucking head spin. This is why we need to get the government involved with the Stop Killing Games, is because I voted for that shit. The fact that they keep on doing this sort of like it's like, oh yeah, that game's like pretty much gone now. Yeah, that game that you just bought, yeah, that's gone now. Well, then why did you make the live service? It was going to be gone. Well, nobody wanted the game, so okay. Well, and I'm like, why did you make a shitty like fucking live service? If the games were fucking good, we would. Do you think that we didn't like the midnight releases? We loved the midnight. COVID fucked us up, by the way. We loved the fucking midnight releases. They took that shit away from us. They took that shit away from us. It's like, oh man, don't worry about that, bruh. Jesus. The funny thing is, Nintendo players. I might be too loud. Hold on, I love this music, but I'm gonna turn it down just a tad. Let me put it down to... That's good enough. I love this music though. I might add it to the list. Yeah, like even YouTube has a TOS that keeps on fucking changing. Even Spotify has a TOS that keeps on fucking changing. And I'm just like the whole thing with Spotify. You remember back in the day when you owned your fucking MP3s and each song and everything, and you got all the songs into your list and you could shuffle that shit? Those were the fucking good days. And then lo and behold, Spotify comes in and they're just like, why don't you just bring all the games here? And I'm just like, well, I don't want to be on Spotify anymore. Well, okay, you don't want to be on Spotify anymore? Fine then, get out of your subscription. You're gonna get ads now, and they're gonna be in different languages, going like, hello, and I'm like, bruh, this is, oh, also, this is my favorite one. I remember when Spotify had the ads. They had the ads, but I ignored them. So I could just be like, I don't care, I'm gonna listen to my next song. And I was able to pick which songs I wanted to go to next. Like this is back when they started fucking around and shit. And then all of a sudden they changed it up. Then they changed it to like, now everything is like a shuffle now. I believe that's, let me see. Let me see. I think they did not. Did they have that? Did Spotify? Shuffle only feature. Did they have a shuffle only feature? Yes, Spotify has long had a shuffle only feature on the free tier of Spotify for mobile devices. Albums and playlists are forced into shuffle mode. You do not have the option to pick and choose songs or play them in sequential order on the phone. They did not have that before. They did not have that before. And I could just pick the song, and then out of nowhere, like a random song came up, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They are the ones playing the fucking games. This is not some sort of, judging from what you guys are doing, they don't give a fuck about us. And don't come up to me going like, it's the tariffs. Nigga. We're gonna have PlayStation 6. We're gonna have PlayStation 7. And we're gonna probably have PlayStation 8. Do not come up to me saying, oh man, the money, ooh, the money. They're the ones throwing away their own money, okay? It's Sony. They don't deal with just video games, okay? Not just video games. This is not a sort of game where it's just like, oh, well, the money, you guys just want to do things digital, judging by the market. And I'm like, no, you're doing it. We had options. Now you're taking the options away. I still got an MP3 and CDs. Hold on to that. What the fuck? Where'd that go? It's good to see you, Venom. All of them UE5 slop. Yes, exactly. At least all the shills are speaking out against it. Yeah, that's good. So the bug eye there. She is gaming culture. We'll see. I still that's effed up. Yeah, it is effed up. We only got 1.5 years of physical games remaining. Jesus. Maybe Iran has nukes. It's really our only way out of it. What? You know what? I'll be honest, and this is gonna sound disgusting. I'm gonna say it. One big war will solve a lot of problems. I don't want it to happen, but one big war will solve our problems. I don't want it to happen. I really don't want it to happen. But there's a lot of people are just gonna out of nowhere stop becoming communist out of nowhere. A lot of people are gonna adjust their ways and, you know, finally become normal. Even when it comes to like Sony and all these other companies, they'll start to adjust themselves if there was an actual war, and they're going like, judging from the hard times, we're going to, yeah, since we got a nuclear fuck holocaust, we're just going to, yeah, we're all the investors and shareholders just up and leave out of fucking nowhere. You know what I'm talking about? Because the investors and the shareholders and these sort of little companies that latch on, the DEI initiatives, the ESG scores, they latch on to anything that makes money. But the thing is, they can't really force us to play or buy their game. Okay? They really want to do that. But if like something bad happened, a lot of shareholders are going to be like, well, I want to put all my shares towards weapons. I want to invest in fucking weapons because now I'm an arms dealer or some shit like that. I don't know. They'd be like, okay, it looks like video games are not going to be a primary thing because, you know, there's a lot of blackouts going on because, you know, people are shooting each other. I don't know, some sort of World War III or something like that. And then the investors just all of a sudden vanish. And they're like, well, maybe I should invest in the arms dealing. Well, I don't care about video games. And then Xbox and fucking PlayStation's gonna be like, whoa, where did our money go? Whoa, hey, whoa, wait a minute. That's right, we do need to make video games. Wait, oh my god, that's right, oh my god. We gotta fire so many people. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of bad, but there's going to be a lot of good if there was a war. I hate the fact, because wars happen all the time, but I think, you want to know how I know this? Is because every good game comes from Ukraine. And Ukraine has a lot of developers that are pretty busy with their own shit back at home. Okay? A lot of these Ukraine developers don't have time to be being woke and making a horrible game. They don't have room to make a horrible game. Like it's a wake-up call over there, where a lot of the developers within Ukraine are just like, well, I got deployed 2 times. We lost one developer. Just got married with a kid. We got a bunker at the bottom of the studio. Yeah, we got to make sure this game sells. Yeah, and the next game that we make is going to be pretty realistic and pretty gritty and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that game. And I'm just like, have you listened to any of the Ukraine developers? Like when it comes to the Sinking City 2, when it comes to the Metro developers, when it comes to the Stalker developers, Mundfish developers, all these developers they're just like, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. Because if I fuck this up, they're gonna deploy me again. They're gonna deploy me again. And I'm over here like, I don't want them in a war. Okay? I wanna let everybody know this. Right, I should have let everybody know this right off the bat. I don't want them in a war. I don't even want Russia to be put into a war. It looks like shit. Okay? It's just, it's hell. Okay? But when I see developers, not even just Ukraine developers or Russian developers, game developers, even South Korean developers with Crimson Desert, with their fast patches, the work ethic and the work culture is different than the ones in the West. Because those bitches are fat and fucking happy with fucking ugly ass green hair and a mask on. You see what I'm saying? So there's no room for error with that developer. You notice this with Hideo Kojima because the motherfucker's got money, but still his video games, I'm gonna be honest, Hideo Kojima, you're kind of slacking on your games. I'm sorry, man. You just make movies. Stop with the video games. Just make movies. Okay? These video games that you're making, they're okay, but It's not Metal Gear, okay? I see Hideo Kojima and I think of Metal Gear, okay? I don't think of Death Stranding. I'm sorry. I've tried with Hideo Kojima and be like, oh shit, what does Hideo Kojima got? A biker with a baby. And a horror video game played by a lesbo and a trans person. Yeah, I'm gonna go play Metal Gear. I'm gonna go. No shot, by the way. Look that up. His new horror game is literally played by like a little lesbian looking little girl, and Hunter Schafer is the monster and shit. And I'm like, why? Shout out to Hideo Kojima for making the trans person the monster in the video game, though. Shout out to Hideo Kojima on that one. They tried to force a super girl boss crap. They get called to service. We too cozy over here in the States. We're way too cozy over here in the States. Not for real. He clearly doesn't care about games like he used to. He wants to get in Hollywood. He wants to get in Hollywood so fucking bad. So bad. PC parts are getting crazy expensive. This is why they want to make live services, because they constantly want to keep on taking your money. They don't. You're paying the fucking you're paying the this is Sony's fault. You're paying the Concord tax because none of you motherfuckers played the game. Okay? It's your fucking fault. So we had to up the prices on these games. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like a manipulative fucking ex-girlfriend that's just like, things would be better if you just got if you just weren't so mean, if you just did what I told you. You see what I'm saying? That's them. That's nice. Like, things would be better if you just did what I told you. Oh my god. He's washed up, so is Bethesda. These studios are cooked. That's what I'm saying. How come? And by the way, these prices on these PCs are not only their fault, but it's like they got the money, okay? They got the money, and they're not reading the writing on the wall. You know what Sony and Xbox are doing, or Sony and Microsoft are doing with Xbox and PlayStation? They don't give a fuck how this thing goes as long as the money flows. This is why Bank of America really wants GTA to fucking sell the game GTA 6 for $100, because they can see the writing on the wall and they're just like, listen, every other game sucks, GTA 6 better sell. We need it to sell. We need that money. No other game comes close. Nobody's coming out here saying, yo, Halo gonna do good, yo, Gears of War gonna do good. Ain't nobody saying that shit. First Light 007 didn't even sell. These motherfuckers came out and said, well, 007 First Light sold. It sold like 2 million copies. Yeah, okay, but they had like over 140 million dollars to make this game, but they spent 200 million. And you know what I mean? Where it's just like they overspent for 007 First Light. And I'm gonna let you know, getting those 2 million sales, that's great, but that overselling, that shit, I would say that after 2 million sales, copies sold for 007 and First Light, and they're spending way too much money to make the game, that's like, I just have a feeling that 007 First Light is just going to pump out a whole bunch of DLCs in your face and be like, buy this, buy this, buy this. This is IO Interactive, by the way. This is IO Interactive. These people made Hitman. How many DLCs are in Hitman? That's what I thought. Oh, actually, no. You're not gonna believe me. I'll show you. World of Assassins.
We've got to have money.
Got to have money. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. No. Go back. Go back. That's for our Hitman 2, Hitman contracts. Hitman contracts is like less than $1. As a matter of fact, I want to get that in GOG. Yeah, Hitman it got a great sale, but I want to get it on GOG. Like, I do like their Hitman's games, but let me go ahead and here we go. All right, here we go. Ignore that. That's 007. They got a demo, but this is going to be a free demo. They're waiting, you know. This is part of the World of Assassins. They got the World of Assassins. They got the hit pack. They got packs over here. They got more packs. They got more makeshift packs. They got another pack, another pack, another pack, another pack, another pack. Yeah, that's a pack. It's just packs everywhere. This is who they are now. And so they're going to do the same thing with 007, where they give you, oh man, here's a free mission, but here's 6 fucking microtransactions. Now, this is not Crusader Kings level of like microtransactions, but this is annoying. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's like, yeah, I like this game, but are you bringing quality to the table? You know what I'm saying? Are you bringing quality to the table? And then you just don't feel the quality. You haven't felt quality in video games since the last game that I felt quality in a video game would have to be the games that you guys recommend to me. Honestly, I mean, even what's this name? Crimson Desert is a high quality game, really good game. Definitely my game of the year, but that's what I'm meaning. AAA, yeah, gaming is not dead. AAA is dead, but gaming isn't. Hardware costs might execute gaming though. Here's the thing. We already have the hardware. This whole fight to make new hardware is like, it's for tech, it's for the rich folk, okay? We already got the tech. You probably have a good PC, or you probably have a good console or a good PC that can play games, but they want to keep on, like, I get it, they want to keep on innovating, and I'm just over here like, why do you got to keep on innovating? Why don't you just focus on why is it that they keep on wanting to make more hardware, but we're still getting 30 frames in games that we've been getting lately? It's just like, oh man, here's another fucking new game. Why do we have you're playing on PlayStation Pro, and then they say, oh man, you can't get 60 frames on the PlayStation Pro. You're gonna have to put it on performance mode. And I'm over here just like, you're still having this problem? So it's constant. They know that they're giving you old hardware with these they brought up the price on PlayStation, by the way. Like, they know that they're giving you like old hardware, but they're giving you horrible games. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, oh man, we're giving you old hardware, we're gonna up the price on that, and we're gonna give you mid to low tier games. Money, please. And so I'm just like, here's a crazy fucking idea. Why don't you guys just focus on making good games firstly, and then you can build off of that? They don't give a fuck about how, like, I think when it comes to live service games, they get a, like, they can get their money back off of a live service. They can't get their money back off of a single player game. Like the live service games, they can fire a couple of people, lay off a couple of people, and then they can still recoup that money. When it comes to one player games, where they just want to close off all the one player games, you know, from Sony, you know, with Sony's games, like, oh, you can't play God of Laufey, oh no, and you're like, if they would just make good games, then I would be like, oh damn, I don't have a PlayStation then. Oh jeez. But they don't. They made fucking Kratos gay. That's impressive, by the way. They keep on hiring DEI hire women. They put their politics in the shit. The game's lackluster. How many times do you got to run into a video game that you get from Sony where it's just like, oh shit, the next game, and then you realize that they took more mechanics from a game and they gave you a bigger price? You know what I'm saying? This is a different game and this is not related to Sony, but Monster Hunter Wilds came out buggy as shit, and they were asking for $70, and I was just like, are you gonna fix this shit? Nah, we're not gonna fix it anytime soon. But anyway, we're gonna get a DLC soon. Yeah, we're gonna get a DLC soon. Yeah, we're not gonna lower the price or anything. It's stuff like that. DDR4 variant. No, not GDDR. I got a GT 1010. I beat that one. Like your set, I got a 5900G with 64 gigs of RAM. That's good. 400% increase in RAM cost. I just won't be buying, but I'm also not selling my shit, so people won't be able to afford getting into the hobby. This is a dark premise. I'm gonna say it. This is a dark premise, but maybe, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, maybe it's a good thing that hardware prices are too high and too expensive, because now they can sell their fucking expensive ass lukewarm fucking video games to ghosts. I'm such a whore. I'm such a bad person. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. So we're getting less people buying new hardware because the prices are too expensive, because they're buying shit in bulk from these Sony and Microsoft developers, and so they're trying to up the fucking details of their games, and then they up the prices of these sort of games, and they're like, I hope you enjoy the game. And I'm just like, there's only the fact that, this is the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. There is only one game that will give them money, and that's GTA 6. Nothing else. Nothing else. Everything else is just like chump change to these corporatizations like Take-Two Interactive and like in like Sony and Microsoft and all of them. Everything is chump change, but when it comes to and you won't be getting a GTA 7 anytime soon. So after GTA 6 comes out for everybody, that's the food for Microsoft, and well, that's the food for anybody that's able to play the game, pretty much. I don't think it's going to be out on Xbox, but that's the food that you're going to have. That's going to be that's the biggest banger that, like, anywhere. But after that, what else you got? You know what I mean? When GTA 6 comes out in day one, and then you tell a developer, man, finally I can play GTA 6. Finally. I hope you enjoyed the game. When's GTA 7 coming out? Yeah. Just curious. I'm just I just firmly believe that this is my belief on video games, is that they should have never been this expensive. Like, I think COVID was the push that these fucking investors and shareholders and these parasites that are within the gaming industry, even the developers, they're part of this too. When COVID came in and people had to stay in their house, their toes were curling, my dude. They were like, oh yeah, buy our fucking slop games. Oh my god. Just people that you didn't think would ever buy a game were buying like a game and making a PC. And now that shit's gone. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you ain't getting another fucking COVID, okay? Try. It's like, oh shit, a new virus comes out. Ain't nobody gonna wear a fucking mask, and ain't nobody going to stay inside, okay? That shit ain't gonna fucking happen again. There's a lot of shit that people aren't gonna fall for again, okay? It's like, oh man, another thing coming out. Guess you're gonna have to stay inside and buy up a whole bunch of video games. Nah, I'm gonna go outside and drink with my buddies. COVID was will all be designed to fuck up the economy and prices of shit, and ushers in the great reset. I need that reset, bro. I need that reset. COVID was they tried with that hentai virus and nobody gave a fuck. It magically went away. Exactly. It's like, yo, we got a hentai virus finally. Aren't you gonna get a mask? Get a mask. But I like those waifus. I eat up those anime titties. But sir, that's not what we're talking about. But sir, don't you want to stay inside and buy $2,000 worth of fucking equipment? It's like, nah, where the waifus at? Gamers can't afford 32 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I am the virus. Exactly. I'm telling you right now, the bottom line is they want to desperately force you to go over to the online page and pay $100. They want to do that so bad, but they can't force you to do it because that's just not how it works in a free market society. So they do all this sort of stuff to be like, well, we know that these people are fucking broke, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do $80 to $100 on this GTA 6 game because they know they're gonna buy it anyway because these people are stupid enough to buy it. And we're a rumor, but I believe it's gonna happen, we're gonna tie the GTA Plus with the new GTA Online and make them pay a subscription to be on the GTA Online. And I'm gonna be like, please do it. Please make people play. I hope they put the GTA Online and make it a subscription. I don't want it to be a prize. I don't want it to be free. Well, to be honest, I would like it to be free so the people that bought GTA 6 could play the game. But if I was a person that wants the great reset, I don't want it to be a standalone price of $40 or $50. I want that thing to be a fucking subscription. I want that thing to be $14.99 a month. Oh my God. Bro, and bro, sorry, I'm getting hard. Rent hardware, rent games, rent everything, and own nothing. Yep. I'm gonna be like Ironheart and Steel. Okay. All right, that was a good long talk. Bro, this is Diablo 4's Overwatch crossover for Mercy. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, you got to get these activists out of here. Get them out of here. It looks like Mads Mikkelsen. Okay. Okay. I told you they won't stop. They won't stop. This is we'll talk about that later. We'll talk. I'm just gonna go on a rant again. Blizzard always screws up crossover skins. Yes, they do. I don't want AA developers to fail. I don't want indie developers to fail. I do want AAA developers to fail. I want that so much. Man, I want that. So once Intergalactic comes out, oh my God, I'm ready. Oh my God, I want that. Well, what's the obsession with making women ugly? I'm sick of this shit. It's because of ugly, fat leftist women who not only DEI initiatives, but because it's ugly, fat, fucking disgusting women who hate other women. Okay, these are the low common denominator fucking developers that are supposed to be in the back of the fucking bus, but now they're propped up in the front of the bus to be a developer for the games that you like or don't like. So they're propped up. They're literally the bottom of the barrel fucking developers that should have never become developers, and here's where they're at right now. That's why. That's the people that are hijacking like AAA games. And you know what? Can't wait for those layoffs. Turn the AA developers that make good shit into the next AAA developers? No, I don't want that. Nope. I don't want that. I am urging any AAA, any AA developers or indie developers, stay the hell away from parasitic publishers. 1. And number 2, own your shit. Stay away from parasitic publishers with investors. And own your shit. For the love of God, own your shit. Do not come up here and go like, oh man, well I got laid off at my own studio. Why? It's because we signed up for this and we didn't make any precautions. And I'm like, well, that's your own fault. I'm literally talking about BioWare. BioWare linked up with fucking EA and they made 0 exceptions within that contract. None. They were so, props to those developers back in the day for going like, well, I just want to make games, so here we are, we're gonna make games. There was no asshole within the development team that said, wait a minute, I don't like how this contract is. We want to own our games. If we want to leave EA, we can leave EA. And it's like, don't tell us to do this, and this. And that's my deal. If you don't like that deal, then we won't link up with EA. And then EA would be like, well, I guess you're going to miss out on $1 million. Well, then fuck them. Fuck EA then. But they didn't do that. They just wait. They blew their load too quickly. That's why. Inquisition was our last game. Yeah. And even that was ish. Okay. All right, let's do this. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? And God bless. We're here to talk about Exodus, the game that I was looking forward to, but after hearing some news on Exodus through Wolfheart FPS, it's not looking very good. And coming from the developers that made LOTOR and the amazing CRPGs games that we had in the past, even the other BioWare games as well, I think I know why James Olin left. And I think it's because of this sort of restriction on Exodus's sort of lore, story making, and, you know, gameplay that after hearing this news that I'm going to tell you, it's not looking good for Exodus at all. I'm not sensing any, you know, heart pounding, like, I can't wait for Exodus. I can't wait. I'm not hearing that from anybody. There's a couple of, you know, YouTubers that are getting special privileges to play Exodus early, but that's about it. So let me go with what I've seen on Exodus so far. So Wolfheart showed some gameplay. And was talking about the game, and this is what I had to say. That video on Exodus you made really didn't pull me towards the game, and the news just stops me completely from playing. I'll tell you about the news in a minute. The combat is lukewarm. It is lukewarm. Using the same gun, I noticed that every trailer when you're playing the game, you're constantly holding the same gun. So no gun variety. What are we doing? Bare bones choices. There is the conversations between two characters in Exodus are not appealing. They're just not. They're flat out not appealing. We've had this conversation. Companions are dry. Every companion within Exodus are all the same, except one character, and she's a little bit ratty. That's about it. And I'll just focus on Expanse. I meant to say Expanse, but I said Exodus. But here's the new news. Character customization has been widely discussed since our reveal. As we continue to reveal more about our game, we want to be upfront and transparent with you about where character customization stands. This has been a long journey, and along the way, we made 8 years, by the way. It took 8 years to make this game. We made a creative decision to build a more defined character. Our customization feature set is focused on curated options rather than a full slider-based character creator. This means June will have a more established look with options including hairstyles, facial hair, hair color, eye color, makeup, and tattoos. So I'm gonna keep on going. We're excited to pull back the curtain and give sneak peeks at some of those customization options in Exodus's Discord over the few months. We hope we'll see how it fits into your vision for June, while still giving you the flexibility to bring some of your own style to the character. Make sure to join us on Exodus Discord. Yada yada yada. Okay, this is weird. Okay. Because this is, you shouldn't have done this for this sort of game. Exodus should have been a next variant to Mass Effect. That's what people believed when they saw Exodus. When people saw Exodus, they were thinking Mass Effect. They were thinking LOTOR. They were thinking a CRPG. They were thinking a wide variety of different things to do. You did not have that. There's no sort of conversations within the Exodus gameplay that I've seen where I'm just like, ooh, I wonder what that is. This is why it took you so long to show gameplay, because the only thing that you showed was combat. Anything outside of the combat's lukewarm, but anything outside of the combat is also lukewarm. So you got all this Wizard of the Coast sort of lukewarmness to the characters and to the game, and you know what this is to me? This is another DEI initiative bullshit that I'm talking about. I'll show you. Your character's name is going to be June. There's a lot of men that play this game. How would you feel if your character was named June? I'm curious. How would you feel if your main character's name was June? Because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of men would be like, I don't want to be named June. Maybe for the females that'd be nice. I don't even like Tav from Baldur's Gate 3. But luckily nobody calls me Tav on fucking Baldur's Gate 3. They just say, you know, you, he, she. They also got a they, fuck that shit. But how does it feel to be called Commander Shepard? Shepard. What about being called Traveler, Wanderer? Traveler, Wanderer, Adventurer, Inquisitor. Those sound neutral. June sounds fucking gay. So when I saw those characters within Exodus, it did not help. It did not help at all, because the way the character looked, well, first off, let's first start off with the first thing that you said right here. It's like, we made a creative decision to build a more defined character. That means they were too lazy to work on different defined versions of your character. So if you made a black character, they would change the way the character looks depending on the story, because a lot of this game involves like time and space and stuff like that. Maybe you'll see like an older version of your character. They never took the time to be like, oh man, okay, so we're gonna have to make this look like this and this looks like that. They never, this is what they did. That was their focus. Their focus was, oh look, these developers don't want to work hard. These are lazy fucking developers. That's what it is. When you play Mass Effect, you get your character, they used a certain barcode at the bottom so you could have your character look exactly like the next one. You don't get those developers anymore. Bye-bye, they're gone. Everybody wants to go like, ah man, well, new hardware is going to be expensive. Why do we need new hardware? Why don't we just get better developers? You see where I'm coming from? Where it's just like, why do we need new hardware when we could just get better developers? Why is it that when I play Ukraine games, I see the work? When I play South Korean games, I see the work. When I see Western games, I see the laziness. How do you think Ubisoft is doing right now? I didn't think so. And so our customization feature set is focused on curated options rather than the full slider-based character creator. That's woke. This means June will have a more established look with options including hairstyles, facial hair, hair color, and eye color, and makeup and tattoos, which is weird because June looks like... Let me show you. Because you want to know the funny thing is they've never showed June. They've never showed your main character. Oh wait, did they? Oh, that's an AI thing. Okay, just making sure. Okay, so okay, so I'm surprised that this happened. So your character was supposed to look like this, and I was like, a white dude? You're stuck on being a white dude? Wow, I'm surprised it's a male character that's white. And I was like, okay, all right. And then they changed it. And then they changed it to this. This is the in-game version. This is the in-game version. So you got the more handsome look, and then so they got rid of the dimple right in the middle. What else did they get rid of? They got rid of the jowls. That's where the mogging comes from. Cheeks are way too high. And notice something. Do you notice something between the two? Eyes are way too fucking big. They need to be dialed down by 15%. The eyebrows, I'm pretty sure they can change. But yeah. So I'm surprised that Wizard of the Coast had the main character to be white, and I was just like, what the hell? And I'm over here like, it's one of those weird moments where like, we're gonna keep him white, and I'm like, Wizard of the Coast, is that you? But they don't give you an option. This was supposed to be a sort of game where it's just like, this was not supposed to be some one player sort of Destiny game, you know what I mean? Or where you're in space and you talk to a couple of vendors and you talk to people, and then your choices are minimal and whatnot. This was supposed to be like the next Mass Effect, because that's where it came out as. Where we saw Exodus and we were like, oh shit, this is gonna be the next thing. Now where am I? I don't feel anything. And so a lot of people are going to be Slandered Gaming says, well, this sucks because I want to make a black character. And Wolfheart says, well, he says, fully in support of this. Even as a white dude, I don't want to play male June. Guy looks like he got a cheekbone lift up. I disagree with Wolfheart on this. I don't fully support this. I don't. The reason being is because Exodus was supposed to come out to be, oh shit, you missed Mass Effect? Well, here's this. And I've read the lore, okay? I've got an Exodus book right over there. The lore is massive. But when I see the gameplay, I'm just like, bro, you're really backing up on the fucking lore. Like everything seems multiplayer-ish when I see Exodus. You know what I mean? Where I'm just like, oh, look at that thing in the distance. That has something to do with lore. Anyway, moving on. And then, and here's another thing. I was going to have a problem with this from the get-go, because this is what they said. They said, Exodus, you're this sort of guy named June, and you were gonna do something, and then you were gonna take that information or take the artifact and then take it over to your home planet so you can advance it and help it out in some sort of way. And it's when you head back, it's a sort of hub. But every time when you leave the hub and come back to, you know, that planet, it changes on you. So any people that you meet, you know, outside of your companions, anybody that you meet that's within your planet, they're either going to age or die or just be MIA. So there's no attachment to the world that you're trying to help out. Why would I help out this world in its technology and, you know, help it out in any sort of way? Why would I help out this area when it's just a hub? You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, let me take this back to Earth. And I'm like, why? Or I don't think it's Earth. I was like, why would I take this back to this planet? And I was like, oh yeah, you need to help out the planet because you know your people are there. And I'm like, how many people? Who's my people? Who am I relying on? Why am I helping these people? And I'm just like, that's the thing that I'm talking about, where they're trying to make the main character seem like, oh shit, I care about this planet. Why? Why do you care about this planet? Oh, this is where my family lived. My parents died. I care about this planet. Yeah, but you keep on leaving that. It's, you know what this is? Like I just said, this is like Destiny, where when you play Destiny, how do you get to, you know, to meet Zavala and all these other characters? You go to a hub and then you zoom right in there and it's like a little small hub. And then that's all you get, that little small hub. You can't walk through the whole city underneath the Traveler. You know what I mean? You can't just walk everywhere. There's a wall there, so it's just a tiny hub, and you're supposed. It's basically just like, oh shit, look at all these people that are like you and me. We have to. Sorry, that was a song. I can't believe that song came out, but it's fine. I got something else. I got something else. Hold on. What should we do? I think Fable's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, back to, let me finish this up. All I feel with Exodus is nothing. That's it. I don't feel anything with Exodus. Why do I care about these companions? Why do I care about the world? When I first booted up Mass Effect, you know the first people that I cared about? The people on my ship, okay? What about the people outside of my ship? Anderson, I cared a lot about. There was even the council that you kind of, you know, the council that doesn't care about you, but you want to join the council, and, you know, so you kind of choose whether or not you want to be space racist or not, which is cool because you get choices, but you do want to, you know, advance, you know, your human world, you know, within that society. You want to advance them, right? And so it's just like, and it's even noticed is like when you mention Earth and you want to help out humans, there's actually moments within Mass Effect where they're just like, thank God that Shepard thought about us, and thank God that Shepard, you know, is trying to help out Earthlings, because it's cool that he cares about us and stuff like that. There's even people that are straight up space racist in Mass Effect because it's edgy, and I like edgy. There's no edginess in Exodus. And there's the Cerberus, which is all humans. So you got different sort of factions like the Alliance, Cerberus, you know, you got all these different people, and they have different ideals and personalities. Whereas when I look at Exodus, everybody's just like, hey, we need to do this. Hey, oh man, this is the one planet on that one place that, oh my gosh, I'm blind, and I'm pretty sure this place would look cool if I wasn't blind. I'm like, who the fuck is this Balara bitch? And I'm just like, this, and then you put the nail on the coffin, because a lot of people are just like, well, I guess I would still play Exodus. And now you put the nail on the coffin and said that you can't change your character. Well, you just lost not only the male fucking audience, you lost the female audience right off the bat with that one, where you tell them, oh, you can only change your hair and your facial hair. And I'm just like, you really want to do that? You really want to do? There are a lot of fat, ugly women that play Final Fantasy 14, but they play hot characters in Final Fantasy 14. Why is that? And so Wizard of the Coast, by the way, Wizard of the Coast has been doing a smashing good job. Hold on. Where is it? Ah, Hasbro. That's right. That's right. I totally forgot. Hasbro. Yeah. Yo. Yeah. Okay. 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 All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. You have no time to be fucking up right now. Okay? You have no time to be fucking up. Let's compare this to another one, okay? Let me compare this to another one. Who's doing well? Who's doing well? Who can we compare Hasbro to? Guess EA. Okay. All right. See. Sony's not doing too great. Good. Microsoft is doing better. Nvidia's doing okay, but here. See that? Yeah, see, y'all can't be fucking up with fucking Exodus. That's all I wanted to say. What do you guys think? Let me see chat. What do you think of Cyberpunk, Mr. Hardcore Mode? Cyberpunk is great. It's an awesome game. One day, is it telling enough? Yeah, it's not. I just replayed all of Uncharted games. And he's like, you're a wizard, Harry. Give you the opportunity to play a 350-pound lesbian. I don't think you could become fat in this game, which is crazy because I thought they would. Yeah, your character is named June. Your character is named June in Exodus. And so the ladies would be fine with it. Ladies are fine with a lot of shit, okay? They're fine with illegals raping fucking little girls. So he's like, oh my god, just let them in. Oh my god, they're an American too. Why the fuck do we need to hear what a woman thinks, okay? This is not going to be okay for men, and men are primarily the fucking audience. So what do you think down below? Let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh my god. Let's see. Oh, will never be. Ew. Okay. Sorry, I'm just doing some adjustments here. Okay. Let's do the next one. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing's easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? And God bless. We are here to talk about Neil Ckman. Yes, Neil Druckmann, Ckman, it doesn't matter. So, Neil. Last game that they have made was The Last of Us Part 2. Horrible fucking game. And a lot of people got turned off on the game. Surprisingly, a lot of like certain like YouTubers that I was in favor of did not like the same shit. And even geeks and gamers really did not appreciate The Last of Us Part 2, and they almost lost their channel by Neil Druckmann, this fucking loser. But luckily, Geeks and Gamer got their channel back, because that's fucking bullshit, what they tried to pull. This is what happens when the left fucking takes control of the internet. They start shutting people down on opinions and shit. Remember that. So right now we got a little rumor by Smash GT. Rumor, by the way. Rumor. There's a rumor going around that Neil Ckman is on his way out of Naughty Dog as Intergalactic. The heretic prophet is running into serious financial development issues. This would be one of the wildest things if it's true. I don't necessarily believe it, but the way the industry is going, nothing should surprise me. Now, I think that... I think he will be leaving, but he's going to try to leave on his own terms, okay? It might be after the game comes out. It might be before the game even comes out. It might be the game after Intergalactic, but pretty much, like right now, Naughty Dog is in a very sensitive moment, because Amy Hennings was the leading person for Naughty Dog. This fucking loser, the one that sucks the cock from Anita Scarsazian. I don't know how to say her last name, and I don't give a fuck. She's Iraqi. She should be deported. She's the one that married herself. Okay, go fuck yourself. So he all of a sudden was sucking her dick, and then was like, you know what? Actually, I am the problem, because I'm a man. So what I want to do is change how the females are, because we don't want to be fucking misogynist. That's it. I could show you a video where he says literally that, but I'm not going to do that to you, okay? I'm not going to do that to you. He literally was sucking the toes of Anita Scarsazian and was saying, you know what? It is a problem for us gamers. So he basically looked at us and said like, oh, it's your problem. So I'm going to change the characters the way I want. And because, you know, I like getting fucked in the ass by a fucking big dyke with a strap on, and then I just want to see how it feels. And so it's like, I hope the dyke is bald. So this is this individual that we got here. Is that I can't believe he just came out with Intergalactic, that fucking non-gameplay fucking Intergalactic trailer that showed product placement everywhere, and was like, yo, check out this main character. It's this bald fucking black bitch. And I'm just like, nigga, are you fucking serious right now? Are you serious right now? And so you want to know how I know that this game is bad, is when IGN is excited for it, but everybody else isn't. Okay, these are the same people that like mixtape. Okay, so let's kind of calm down with our temptations. A lot of people like to look at fucking one trailer from Naughty Dog and they're like, oh, it might be good. You don't know, and I'm like, well, calm the fuck down, okay? Calm the fuck down. We got a lot of people within like the Naughty Dog fan base and Sony and like Sony fan base, and they'll see this and be like, it's like, bro, it's like, well, you're just mad. Well, you don't have a fucking PlayStation. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have $1,000 to play a single player game about an ugly black bitch. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm so fucking sorry. But maybe next time, okay? So, this is like a gay Hideo Kojima to me, okay? Hideo Kojima, yeah, his games are not to my liking, but he brought out Ella Fanning, okay? He brought out Fragile, okay? Okay, so when it comes to Hideo Kojima, when it comes to baddies, he's on point. I don't know about his new horror game that he's got going on. That one with Hunter Schafer, and Hunter Schafer as a monster hunting down this one girl, based for making the trans man be the monster, by the way. Thank you, Hideo Kojima. But we got this news, and I'm just thinking to myself, in my honest opinion, I think he will try to steer it to where it's like, oh, I left on my own. I left on my own decision. I was like, listen, I just want to do things my way with my own studio. That's why I'm leaving. When in actuality, he's probably fucking leaving. He's probably fucking leaving. He's just like those fucking purple-haired bitches that are working in Santa Monica, okay? Minus Alana Pierce, okay? She's got nice tits, okay? She's still a fucking problem and she should leave, but she's not one of the purple hairs. She's more of like a second in command woke bitch, okay? All right? But like I said, like all these people, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. But Neil Ckman, I hate. Cory Balrog, I hate. He's a fucking fag. But David Jaffe, I hate him because he transed his kid and is okay with it. But I like how he talks about God of War. I like how he talks about God of War. Everything else David Jaffe talks about, is like, I hate. But when he talks about God of War, that's just shit. You remember when he was hitting? You remember David Jaffe was fucking coming out of nowhere and was saying like, "Yo, if you weren't like," it's like, if you didn't like the Jews or something, like what's her name? I haven't heard her name in a while. God damn, I gotta search my memory. She's the one that worked at Kotaku. What's her name? She's a ashen white haired lass. Oh, Alana Pierce. Yeah, but she's got red hair now. So, but what's her name? Alyssa Mercante. Alyssa Mercante. As soon as he hit on Alyssa Mercante and said like, well, it's like, if you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I was like, I could hire this man for my video games. I could hire this man. And we're like, but he's a misogynist. He said this about women. And I'm like, yeah, but everybody that is that says dirty things to women all make the best games. What is going on? I would have him show up to work and be like, all right, we need to make a good one-player game. David Jaffe, get on this. And he's like, and I'm just like, and David Jaffe be like, oh, okay, I'm on it. We're gonna make some hot babes. We're gonna have some awesome combat. We're gonna get some loot. We're gonna tear shit up with this character. Awesome, cool. Take off that trans shirt while you're in my studio. Yeah, take that off. Yeah, I don't care if you're showing off your hairy tits. Take off that stupid fucking trans shirt. Thank you. All right, get back to work. That's what I would say. It's like, hey, if he's bringing home the bacon, then he's bringing home the bacon. He ain't wearing no trans shit in my fucking studio, though. That's for damn sure. And so, if I was, if I traded places with Neil Druckmann and took his job, first of all, Intergalactic would be fucking expunged. It would be deleted. Okay, deleted. I don't want to work with Sony anyway, but if I was working with within Naughty Dog. I'm bringing back Amy Hennings. I'm also going to make sure that Amy Hennings gets every fucking penny for her being fucking fired for the way that they treated her. Okay. And even if she doesn't want to work there, I'd still provide her the funds for what they did to her, where they were just like, why did she get let go? It's one of those moments where it's just like one of the big people, like all these fucking woke studios, the veterans just all of a sudden vanish. And then everybody's just like, well, why did she go? She was doing great. Who knows? And I'm like, you know what I mean? And so if I would do it, I would bring back Uncharted. I would bring back Uncharted. I would also make Crash Bandicoot a very fun game to play. I'd make a lot of one-player games. I would also do, if I did The Last of Us Part 3, a lot of people wouldn't like that. I can adjust The Last of Us Part 3 to get a lot better. Okay? A lot better. Okay? From the ashes of a Last of Us Part 2, I can do something. Okay? It's like, okay, so here's Ellie. Here's Ellie, and people are gonna be like, Ellie looks a little bit different. It's like, yeah, a little bit different. She looks a little bit more feminine. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. You don't want to change her too much, but you do want to make. I will fucking make her more feminine. Okay. Also, the gay shit, get it fucking out of here. She's gonna find some fucking dude. It's you know what? Just to piss people off, it's gonna be like a white dude, and he's gonna be kind, but also you know, just. And what else would I add? Well, since they took away Joel, the one new white dude, I would try to connect him within the story to where you can know the character enough, but only as like a side character. See what they did in The Last of Us Part 2, they forced you to like Abby. They were just like, you're gonna like Abby, okay? You're gonna fucking like Abby. Like her, you son of a bitch. You're gonna learn who Abby is. In the third one, I would let you play Ellie, but the one guy who's bigger and stronger than Ellie, you know, you can learn and know his personality as time goes by. You'll get to know the dirty, gritty part of other factions outside. I would also make it a little bit of an open world-ish. I would also make it a good story, because I think that if it's going to be the third game, I think we need to dive back into bringing back the Fireflies. I thought them demolishing the Fireflies was the dumbest shit ever. It's like, oh shit, the Fireflies are all gone. And I'm like, what, Joel killed all the Fireflies? What the fuck are we doing here? What the hell are we doing? And so introduce new factions, more disgusting factions, make it really fucking gritty. There's some soft moments here and there, minor jokes here and there. And definitely, what's another one? I think you need to redeem Joel's brother, because this is what they did. They not only killed Joel, they made his brother fucking disabled and without a woman at the end. Because he's like all fucking fucked up, and he's going up to Ellie and be like, we need to find that ugly bitch. And I'm like, what the fuck did you do to my man? It's like, you just fucked up the whole fucking family tree. What are you doing to my man? I'm gonna try to redeem him in some way and bring him back, and then it would be a story about fucking redemption, and then finally finding the cure, and then maybe possibly Ellie would sacrifice herself to find a cure, that sort of thing. Make it sort of lighthearted. Unlike all the previous ones where it was pretty dark, the middle one was fucking... After Joel died, nothing fucking mattered about the game. But I think the last one should steer towards hope, because I think Neil Ckman really likes gray, and gray is fine, but sometimes you gotta gray could be like Breaking Bad. That's very fucking gray. it could be pretty fucking dark, but it's pretty gray. But I think the third one should bring back Ho. I'm not bringing back the big bitch. I'm not bringing in the fucking lesbian fucking Asian people. I'm not gonna bring that stupid bald faction back. They're all fucking gone. All of it's fucking stupid. We're not gonna have this whole moment where it's just like, oh, Ellie accidentally killed a pregnant bitch. We're not doing that shit, okay? We're gonna have a focal point, a beginning, middle, and end. And so that would be so much better to have some sort of redemption. And then I would, you know what I would hook up to that fucking Last of Us Part 3? A fucking faction multiplayer. And no, I'm not gonna fucking make it a live service. I'd just be like, you want factions back? Here you go. We might do a couple of patches here and there to bring more stuff to the factions. You don't need to bring more money. The game is within the game, and you can do the multiplayer game. It's not a live service. It's a multiplayer game. Have fun at it. You know, do a few. I might add like, what's it called? Extractions, because I think extraction within this multiplayer game would be fun within the Last of Us world, and that would be kind of cool. And no, I'm not gonna fucking make it a live service. Sooner or later, sooner or later. It's like, you know, I know Sony loves live services. We'll talk about that later. But I would just make it a multiplayer. Don't you miss multiplayers? Where it's just like, oh shit, you got a couple of DLCs and then you got the whole game. Boom. Done. You got the multiplayer game. You can play whenever you want. There's no... it's like, oh, play forever. Oh, look at this live service. Play forever. Ha ha ha. No, I'm not going to do that. And so... that's what I would do if I switched up with Neil Ckman, because he needs to be let go. And before I end this, if you think that if Neil Ckman somehow leaves and you think that Naughty Dog is going to be better, I don't know what to tell you. He's a problem. But there's other people to it that are the problem. But that's what I gotta say on that. But it's just a rumor. Who knows? Who knows? The scars, those bald bastards? Yeah, that fucking random shit. You wanna know there's one thing that I'll definitely say about Naughty Dog, is that they do a really good job at animations and like detail on how you kill certain people in the game. They do a really good job on that, but when it comes to story, this nigga's a fucking problem. Anyway, that's all I gotta say on that. Bring another fucking bald bitch and see what happens. Fucking obsessed with bald bitches, this motherfucker. This nigga's not married, and if he is, it's a bald bitch. What they did to Tommy was fucking dirty, bro. I was like, what the fuck is this? They did him so dirty and he was the only one trying to slide for Joel? Yes. I was like, what the hell is this? Made him all mangled up, alone with no woman. And I'm like, and he's just like, I want my revenge. And I'm like, what the hell is... And then some of these Naughty Dog fucking fans are just like, that's just how it is, bro. Revenge, bro. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, you cuck. Okay? It's just a constant circle jerk of cucks going like, oh, that's just how it is. And I'm like, well, then enjoy Last of Us. No, I'm serious. Enjoy the next Last of Us game, because you're going to get more of that. It's like, oh, I can't wait until Last of Us 3, where they'll introduce a new character to me, and then I could see them get killed and shit in a horrible way. See what I mean? You do realize if you introduce us to a gray, dark world where there's literally zero hope, if you do that 3 times, people are, especially after Joel getting killed, that was a big factor. People aren't going to want to play the next one. They're going to look at that and be like, so Ellie's next? Well, what's the next one? Is the Jewish bitch gonna die? I don't care. I don't care about anybody. You've literally ended it with Ellie completely alone. She ain't got no Asian baby out of fucking nowhere. She ain't got no Asian Jewish baby. She's just completely alone and like, yo, bro, this is so great, bro. My favorite character is Ellie. How's your favorite character Ellie? When they literally ended it with her looking like some dyke bitch from Colorado about to fucking cry in front of the camera, and then it fucking fades to black and then credits roll. Okay, I liked Ellie at the beginning of the game. Yeah, there's some things that need to be. That whole thing with Ellie and Joel having a fight over each other was blown way out of fucking proportion. I'm sorry. That whole thing where it's like, you should have gave me a chance to choose, Joel. You should have gave me a chance. It should have never blown over for those many years. You know what I mean? Like literally years after Last of Us Part 1, and they're just like, oh man, I'm so mad at Joel. And I'm like, I think the conversation would have came up a long time ago. I've been mad at Joel for fucking 4 or 5 years, and now we're finally having this conversation. And I'm like, no, the fucking conversation would have came up like literally within a week. Miss me with this whole year shit. So I held all this anger about you, Joel, for like years. And I'm like, no bitch would hold all... No bitch is gonna fucking... The only person that would hold a grudge like that is your fucking ex-girlfriend. Where she just comes out of nowhere and says like, well, I fucked your dad. Or some crazy shit. And then you pop her in the fucking mouth. Like, oh man, why can't you be more like your dad? Or something like that. No, it's fucking weird, bro. She would have came back and been like, listen, Joel, you just gotta... I feel like you're lying to me. It's like, what's going on? I don't know. It's so weird, bro. Joel felt so out of character in 2. Yeah, it did. Ellie's already dead. They killed her inside. Yeah, it's like, yo, we killed Ellie out inside. How do you feel? And I'm like, nothing. I don't feel nothing. You killed Joel. Ellie is in fucking constant pain. She's alone. What do you? It's a fetish. It's his fucking fetish. His fetish is like, oh man, all your friends die and now you're all alone. I'm into that shit. That's his fetish. And then some of these motherfuckers are like, oh, maybe in the next one, Ellie and Abby will fucking scissor each other. Shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something. That Abby chick ain't ever gonna fucking come back. And after the fucking harassment that Laura Bailey got into, she should have never deserved any of the hate. She was just doing her job. But after the hate with Laura Bailey, she ain't coming back to fucking play Abby. She should have never got that fucking hate. They literally wanted to kill everything that represented Part 1 and rebranded it with characters and themes no one asked for in 2. Exactly. Where it was just like, it's like, what do people like about Last of Us? Oh man, my favorite character is Joel. He's a badass. Huh, okay. Alright, who else do you like? Oh, I like Ellie. She's cool, a little bit snarky. It's like, she seems like a bright kid. Alright. A hopeful child. Is that it? Yeah. Anyway. Okay. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Okay. This one's gonna be a long one. Well, I gotta talk about it anyway. How am I gonna start this? Fuck it. I don't fucking care. Okay, yeah, fuck it, whatever. I don't script any of this, okay? I don't script. This is all scripted, okay? I mean, no, I don't. What did I say? Like I said, I don't script anything. I just, you know, come up with shit off the fly. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing's easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? And God bless. We are here to give a little bit of bad news, but also a little bit of draconic good news right at the end. Sony finally has dropped the final nuke on the whole physical media sort of thing. Physical disc production ending in January 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation consoles. Now, this is only towards Sony, only towards PlayStation, but I strongly believe Nintendo's not going to do this, because Nintendo actually likes the whole physical hardware. They got plenty of money to work on new hardware, but they're not going to give that up for now. But PlayStation is planning on this. It was just a fucking stupid, dumb fucking idea. This whole thing right here is just, hey, did you like our games on PlayStation for the past 6 years? 10 plus years? No? Well, fuck you. We're gonna raise the price on consoles. We're gonna raise the price on video games. We're gonna lock the, we're gonna lock the fucking single player games on the PlayStation, now that the PlayStation is $1,000 now. We're also going to raise the price. Did they raise the price on? Yes, they did. They raised the price on PlayStation Plus. We're also going to live service. PlayStation is going to fall, and that actually might be a good thing. So let's keep on going, because a lot of these sort of, when it comes to video games, there's a cap on how much you can really fuck with people and make people pay for stuff. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh man, $80 game or $100 game for GTA 6? Okay, oh, I won't get a disc? Oh man, I don't care. That's fine. I'm just gonna stay digital. That's cool. And after GTA 6, what? The next game's gonna be $120, $110, $130. There's a cap to how much you can make people. I strongly believe that $60 should be the focal point with video games. You can't. The growth on living has been here. The amount of money they make you want to pay each year keeps going drastically up. Not everybody's made out of money. Surprise, surprise. A lot of broke people are gonna buy GTA 6. That's fucking true. A lot of people are gonna buy GTA 6, which is coming out on PlayStation. But this is going to be the last one. There's no like, oh shit, well, when's the next GTA 7 gonna come out? That's gonna be like in 10 plus years or whatnot. It might be Red Dead for all I know. I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure. But that game's gonna come out in like fucking 10 plus years. And there's a whole thing with GTA where they like to do this thing where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna wait until the next fucking graphical update and shit. I'm gonna wait until you can actually feel the game within your hand. It's you can only do so much on a video game to where people will be like, okay, the graphics are great. I'm not paying for GTA 7 to be $200. I'm not going to be paying a live service fee for GTA Online. I'm not. There's a cap. You can fuck with people with GTA with a game that they won't own. They're not going to own these games only for so long. People are going to be like, well, bruh, it's okay, bruh. It's okay, bruh. We've been doing the whole digital thing for so long. All that matters is for them to fuck up the pricing a little bit fucking more. And it's going to happen. I think that GTA Online thing is going to be a fucking live service sort of pay a monthly sort of thing. It's going to fucking happen. And so if you keep on fucking with people and their money, sooner or later people are going to be like, listen, man, GTA 6 is a great game, bro, but I don't got any more money, man. We're still down here and you guys keep on making games for rich people. It's like, you keep on we're not up there. You guys keep on raising the bar. And these people aren't stupid, okay? They're not stupid. So what they're going to do is monetize almost literally everything. They already did, okay? With the $100 thing where you can't get inside of a store and buy something because you didn't get the $100 edition. But it's okay. If you got the $80 one, and you want to get the other thing, you could get an extra 20, bro. It's actually, they're not stupid, okay? They know you are stupid for trying to buy microtransactions game for a game that you don't even own. Repeat that. You are renting a game and you are buying microtransactions. Ugh. It's fucking disgusting, isn't it? Say it again. You are renting a game. There is no physical with GTA. You are renting. I thought there was. There is not. You are renting a game and buying microtransactions. You want to know the funny thing is that you can easily fucking get banned or fucking yeeted out of the GTA Online or whatever it is. Any of these live services, you can get yeeted and deleted, but all those DLCs and all that microtransactions, well, it doesn't matter anymore. You're not going to get your money back from those Listen, you can keep the hat and the shirt and the wings, but you're banned. And then you'll feel stupid. You know what I'm saying? You'll feel real stupid. Like, hey man, you got access to the hat, you got access to the jewelry, you got access to the hotels in GTA, but you don't got access to the game. You're out. You're out. I think you said the N-word. I don't know. We got AI working on the voice chat on GTA Online. We think you said the N-word. Your first name is Nick and your last name is Gurr, I think it was. Yeah, so we had to get rid of you. We had to get rid of you. So in response to shifting trends and consumer preferences, they did this shit, not you. New games will be released on PlayStation Store at retailers in digital formats only. As consumer, I like how they give you a CD, like literally a latch within PlayStation Pro, and they're just like, we could just get rid of it. We could just ignore it. You just got the PlayStation Pro. You could put a game within your PlayStation. You won't need that after January 2028. And I'm like, so why the fuck did you make it in the... This is not some sort of, oh man, well, we just noticed and this is brand new to us. No, they wanted this. Take-Two Interactive, all these sort of fucking conglomerates, that they know what the fuck they're doing. They want to perpetually own you. Stop killing games. And other sort of people that are trying to make sure to maintain that we own our property are doing the best that they can. And these sort of individuals within Take-Two know exactly what they're doing. They don't give a fuck about trans people. They'll use them. They don't give a fuck about gay people. They'll use them. They don't give a fuck about BLM. They'll use them. They only care about one thing. Cash money, baby. This is corporatization at its fullest, baby. Woo! Corporatization. So this is something where they know they'll get away with it. And I think years down the line after this, you'll start to notice that certain investors in certain AAA companies are going to leave after this because they can see the writing on the wall where there's going to be a reset with video games. There is. Because you can only do so much to fuck with people. GTA 6 is going to be the biggest game. Everything else is in last place. I'm sorry to say. I like fucking Lord of the Rings. I mean, I like Lords of the Fallen. Last. Crimson Desert. Last. I like Kingdom Come Deliverance. Last. I like Metro. Last. You guys make a great... There's a big fan base. There's a big fan base for all these great games and, you know, games that I've never played. There's a big fan base for these games. But they don't compare to what GTA has. It's because this is the last bastion for any sort of gamer out there. Surprise, surprise, you mean to tell me that GTA, the most video game ever, is the most expensive and the one that's going to get the most popular? So these weird... How are you going to do a DEI initiative with all these other games to make characters... I just want to talk about this for 1 second. I'm so curious. If GTA 6 has a bunch of fat ass jiggle hot bitches, it has people twerking, and it has hot attractive people. Well, I'm pretty sure there's some attractive characters in there. How is it? I'm pretty sure the story's gonna be shit and probably gay. But how is it that they try to do this DI initiative with other games and the characters look horrible, and then they get laid off and they're like, wait, what happened? Why don't you just do what GTA does and make characters attractive and make things raunchy and make things edgy? Yeah, but we're not that, bro. I just find it weird, bro. The game that makes the most money is the game with a strip club, with a strip club in it. I'm just curious. Like, okay, we're just gonna move. I just find it weird. I think the story is gonna be fucking woke, but I just find it weird that other developers are like, well, we need to make we got new we got to be politically correct, and I'm like, well, let's look at the most video game, and they're like, well, that's not no. Moving on. There's so much to talk about. As a consumer preference and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical discs to digital, they did this. They were the ones slowly pushing people away to do this. They were the ones with the stores within PlayStation. They were the ones to like... They were the ones to like, and also it's an option, by the way. This is not a money thing. Do not let anybody fucking come up to you and be like, man, it's because they're so expensive. No, they are fucking with you. Okay? It is not that at all. It is just ownership. That's the biggest key there, is ownership. You should be able to pick up the GTA 6 game and then give it to your friend, and then they can play it. I think GTA 6... Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Physical disc production ending in January 2028. But GTA 6 is coming out in November 2027. Okay. With no physical disc. Okay. So we're all just bullshitting, huh? We're all just bullshitting, okay? So yeah, Sony has money. $2 disc, duck that they want to save those $2 and charge the same. Yeah, that's Herc. Here, cause I'm bored. Perfect. They will lay off and chisel down as much money to take from you. Okay? They'll lay off people and they won't give a fuck. Anybody that is expendable, they will lay them off, and they will chip down whatever money that they can. They will fucking steal their grandma's wallet if they could. That's the kind of corporatization that we got. This is not some sort of, we ran out of discs somewhere. They did not. They did not. Following this date, new games will be available on PlayStation Store at realtors in digital formats only. This transaction has no impact on games that already released or will be releasing prior to January 2028 in disc format. This is a natural, it's going to affect GameSpot in a big way. This is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. This is not some, listen. Then why didn't they do this many years ago? Why is it that the PlayStation Pro has a disc space, but they're just like, we need to, the fucking trends, bro, the trends. Then why do you have a disc slot for your PlayStation? It's the trends, bro. The trends. They don't give a fuck about trends. They care about live services, keeping you perpetually online for lukewarm games. You are paying the Concord price right goddamn now if you are on PlayStation. We'll continue to prioritize our resources to drive innovation in how players can access games and provide choices as to where there's no choice. There's no choice. There's no choices here. You're taking the choices from people. This is all a fucking lie. And so it's all a lie. Everybody's pissed. Everybody. You will own nothing and be happy. That's what this is. Even with the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita, the stores is gone away. Classic Cage said, this bitch. PlayStation fanboys already virtue signaling their fake outrage that their corporate overlords are shutting down the PlayStation 3 and Vita stores. Meanwhile, they were just defending an all-digital GTA 6 release. Dumbest community by far. Jesus. Legendary Drops said something that was clean. Increases prices, increases monetizations, live service, AAA slops with some outliers, removal of ownership, removal of physical products, game boxes with QR codes inside, an industry built on providing less and asking for more. Modern gaming is an excruciatingly lame. He's right. He's 100% right. This is not so. They know they've been fucking up. And so right now, all they're doing right now is just trying to capitalize on. You know what this is? This is PlayStation falling and they are grabbing your leg at the end of the ledge. That's what this is. PlayStation, Sony fucked up and now they're falling. They are losing money. And so they are grabbing your leg at the end of the ledge and they want to take you down. They want to take you down. This is not some sort of, the tariffs. Tariffs ain't got nothing to do with this shit. The hardware. No, it's fucking not. Okay? It's not that. They are just fucking with you. So, Asmongold said something that was kind of funny. Listen, everybody, I like Asmongold, but he's got an L take here. Right here. And, here we go. He's right about some things. I really do like Asmongold, but this is stupid.
There's a lot of people on the internet that care a lot about physical media, and they care so much about it that they never buy it. And any of these people that are talking about how much they love video games and buying video games, I want you to show me the last 10 video games you bought, and I want you to show me the box that you bought them in.
Now, here's what I gotta say about this, because this is extremely dismissive. Because first of all, here's the thing. COVID hit and a lot of people went to PC. And here's another thing. A lot of games that were made on PlayStation were lukewarm and shitty live service games. That is the last game that I bought was in 2020 for PlayStation 4, and it was Cyberpunk 2077. And so that was the last game that I could discontinue, that had to get discontinued, and I can get my money back. After that, the return policies on PlayStation sucks ass. Sucks donkey dick. Okay? It's trash. Sometimes they'll go like, but you played over the 2-hour mark, so I don't know what to tell you. Or some of them will be like, fine, but it's only gonna be fucking it's gonna have to be PlayStation, like it's gonna have to be in your wallet, you can't get your money back or something like that. Yeah, that shit fucking happened, bro. Oh, and let's not forget how many times PlayStation has been getting doxxed, by the way, and getting hacked. So yeah, let's rely on digital service on a PlayStation, online thing that constantly keeps on getting DDoXed. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. And then losing all your shit. That has happened before. Some people get lucky. Other people lose their whole fucking account because of hacking. And so I relayed this to my boy Fake Wizard, and I asked this.
Code hardcore mode for a 5. What do you have to say to people saying, well, most people have not bought physical games, so why does it matter? That's a what's the term for it?
Not my house, not my monkeys.
Yes, it's a dismissive argument.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I see that in my comment section every single day. Why do you care? Why should I care? I don't care. It's not my problem. Yeah, it's not your problem today.
Yep.
But we talk about this stuff, and I see there's a lot of people that were, or there's a handful of people that were a little rowdy before, and it's like, hey, look, you want to be angry about it, that we're discussing this? Yeah, you can be angry about it, but every time we keep making predictions, and we keep getting proven right.
Yep.
Faster than I'd like to say we're getting proven right. I would rather be wrong with all of this guessing. Because if I'm wrong, then that's good. Being right is not good, you guys. And so far, all of us here have been pretty on point.
Yeah, we called it a while ago.
So,
if you don't speak, right, then it just goes, remember, it's just one horse armor, right? And then it expands.
One
People
horse
like us,
armor.
I don't understand why people get upset when we bring up, not just us, just in general, the internet, when they bring up something and talk about something that's important. That's why we're talking about it, because they don't think it's important. They think that, well, it's no big deal. Well, if it's no big deal, then don't worry about it. Just continue living your life and do what you're doing. But the rest of us would like to educate and talk about it, because if you don't, then you're just
because we care about video games.
Complacent.
Yeah,
and then it's just
complacent.
gonna go by itself, right? So we are the front line.
By the way, we were angry about this years ago. We were already we already stated our opinion, and we were angry about this whole thing with the whole store and the fact that he's like, oh shit, we gotta fucking download the game before. It's like, this is all bullshit. This all sucks. And we stated that, and they did it fucking anyway. They said, oh, we got a store. Is everything in the story now? It's like, oh, we got to download stuff now. It's like, it's like, oh, we need different versions of like Xbox and PlayStations because we got to rely heavily on like whatever gigabytes or terabytes is within the game. It's like, we don't like this. We stated this very harshly from the very beginning, and then they just waved us off. We did that. So this is not some sort of like, oh shit, well, you guys didn't care in the beginning. We did care. They just didn't give a fuck. Horse armor was optional. This is not. And trust me, they were licking their lips for the optional.
Even if it's a little thing, you say, well, it's not.
It doesn't affect them yet, but when it does, they'll be screeching the loudest. True. And somebody said something about the people are going to end up dependent on the Sony store, and in the near future, share accounts will get the axe too, at least on PC. You should have options, and the prices are much better. You actually bring up a good question, PC Master Race. What if GTA 6 comes out and the store goes down? Because that's what's going to happen. You remember when Steam shut down over Silk Song? A $20 game? Once GTA 6 comes out, that store is going to be dead for probably 2 or 3 days. So the people that bought it online, they won't be able to play the game because the fucking store is getting filled up. It's like, oh shit, we're under maintenance. Oh shit, we're under maintenance on the second day. There's like hundreds of millions of people going in the store. We're in maintenance on the third day. And then people are going to be like, well, this fucking sucks. I just need to go to the store so I can get my game. I need to open it up and shit. Wait a minute. Hold on. Nope. That's true. Because, oh shit. Hold on. No, that's still true. I'm thinking to myself, if you pre-order the game, and yep. I was about to say, wait, is this true? No, it is true. Because in order for you to preload, in order for you to play said, game on PlayStation, GTA 6, you need to preload, but that requires you to be online. But that online process is going to get fucked up when the game comes out for days because there's too many people online. So you can't play the game because that game requires you to download and get the preload and stuff. When back in the day, you could just put the disc in and play, not even being online. I like Steam, and while I haven't used GOG much, I respect the fuck out of them. I worry about what will happen with Steam after we lose Gabe. I worry about that too, dude. I hope he made incentives. There's rumors that in order to access GTA 6, you need to upload a picture of your ID in order to play it. That's a rumor. I'll hold off on that. But let's get back to this. That's a rumor. I'm holding to that.
Not going to make a change. Well, it doesn't make a change until it does. And then everyone starts to get on board with it because they're like, oh, wow, they actually are doing a change of it, right? And that's why we talk about it, because we care about what we like, and we like video games, and we don't want to see it go away.
Yeah, I don't like the whole nihilism of like, well, when was the last game that you bought? And I'm like, the last game that I bought was in 2020 when Cyberpunk 2077 came out, and it was fucking busted. And I almost didn't get a return on it. I almost didn't until it was forced upon PlayStation. PlayStation didn't like that shit. So
yeah, man, I think it's not my problem. Okay. I would just dismiss those people because eventually it will be their problem, and then they'll come to you and be like, oh my gosh, this crazy thing is happening. What do we do? And you're like, okay, well, now you're on board. Now we're going to just ignore those people until they become activated. I think that's
pretty much. And so it's one of those sort of like, hey, it's sort of like Noah and him building the ship, and he's trying to warn people, hey, the flood's coming, and everybody's like, you're fine, dude, ain't no flood coming, bro. And if there is a flood, ain't no flood coming, bro. And then the flood actually happens, and then they're just like, yo, can we get on the boat? It's gonna be just like that. Now GOG shared a clear statement on digital ownership after Sony announced the end of physical discs. They said that even if the game vanishes from GOG, GOG is the only one that does this shit. I think itch.io does the same thing, but here's GOG. It will never leave your library. This is how purchased games should work. Even if a game vanishes from GOG storefront, it never leaves your library, exactly how digital ownership ought to be. Now, one person pointed out, Somebody said that's not the point. The problem is about reselling and collection in your game room. It's not. It's great to have collections. It's great to have collections, and it's great to resell. It is. It's great to resell, but that game is yours. That game is yours. You could even use like a launcher within GOG, and that game is yours. And mind you, I can understand the reselling part, but here's the thing though. You own that game perpetually. There's not somebody coming out and going like, oh, you should said the N-word in chat and shit, that sort of thing. That's not usually how, you know, we've completely cucked our own audience. We completely cucked our own audience when it comes to, well, we should be fine about this. And even the black people, when it comes to GTA 6, when you tell them this, a lot of black people, maybe it's a culture thing when it comes to Grand Theft Auto, but when they see Grand Theft Auto, they'd be like, yeah, man, listen, bruh, it's like, so what if we don't get a physical copy, bruh? He's like, GTA 6, he's like, you can still play it whenever you, this is just how it is, bruh. This is just how it is. He's like, you trying to ruin my game, bruh? And I'm over here just like, bro, what do you, we are literally trying to give you a leg up and an option to own your shit. This is not some sort of, we trying to go against the grain or something. It's like, no, we are trying to give you the necessary tools and the ownership of the things that you buy. You don't want to rent everything, do you? Because that's how you'll rent everything. And then and by the way, when it comes to ownership, there is no, because you said this, or, you did this. They could just Thanos snap your game for no fucking reason. Read the EULA. Read the TOS. They can take your game right off the fucking library if they wanted to. No ifs, ands, or fucking buts, okay? You ain't gotta like it because the hood don't love it, okay? It's like, none of us like it. None of us like this. I know GOG offers ownership free from DRM, but that statement is weak. Steam does the same thing, where if you purchased a game prior to being delisted, then it too remains in your library. You don't get an install setup file. With every game you buy on GOG, you can move the store, burn on CD, that file however you wish. Not possible on Steam without cracking. And so yeah, you can actually burn it on a CD and get the game on GOG. I really love GOG. More power to GOG. So actually you can resell. If you can burn it on a CD, you're actually owning the fucking, you can actually resell it. So I find that really good about GOG. That's why GOG is the GOAT. And it's just like, I just want, and we'll get to that point. But this is the biggest thing. Legendary Drop says, they are fucking you, they are fucking you, they are fucking you, fucking you, fucking you, fucking you, fucking you, until you actually speak out. Go out there, speak out against this. Shout off the rooftops, say something on Twitter, say whatever you want on social media, and say like, yo, enough is enough. I'm tired of this bullshit. I want physical games. I want this. I want that. State what you want. Do not be silent. Do not just let me say something for you. What do you got to say? What do you got to say? I love how the Swede had all the knowledge on ownership and piracy. That's one thing the Swedes did right, but there's other things that they could work on. But that's what I got to say on this. I don't think this is a... Now, this is just on PlayStation. This could get bigger, but we can still turn things around, but we have to voice our opinion. We have to. You cannot just leave this up to just me. You can't leave this up to just a real life fake wizard. I really like the fake wizard. I like Asmongold too, but he can be wrong sometimes, and that's fine. I still like him. Asmongold is like my like like my testosterone side on fucking video games, and Fake Wizard is my hopeful side. Like, hey man, it's not the end. We can still fight back. We can do things the way, you know, we can get our culture back. And I kind of like that duality. Some dude out there is gonna burn GTA 6 on a disc and sell it for like 30 to 50 bucks. You know what? Yeah. You're whoa. Oh, they no, it's gonna happen. You're right. You're right. Now Sweden is falling. Yeah, Sweden's falling. Yeah. It's gonna be very hard if somebody tried to burn a CD of GTA 6. You got the launcher to. I mean, if a hacker can, if a person can do that, the biggest thing is to not get fucking caught. That's the biggest thing, is to not fucking get caught. But we'll see. It's like, hey, it's like, you're gonna fuck with people. Piracy ain't stealing. At this point, it's like, hey man, I just stole that. Shh, keep it down back there, all right? What you got? That's nice. Yeah, put it in the back. I ain't saying shit. I ain't no snitch. This is a Boston Tea Party moment where people are gonna be fucking cracking down on burning CDs and taking video games and shit. And I ain't gonna say a goddamn thing. I ain't no snitch. Fuck them all. Anyway, I can't wait for that crash, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait for the crash. The reset is coming. And by the way, PlayStation, you made your fucking bed. So fuck you. I have a PlayStation 5 disc version, a last console I ever got. Yeah. It's a crazy mess. Unbefucking-legal. Yeah, Legendary Drops is 100% correct. If buying isn't owning, then piracy ain't stealing. I ain't seeing a goddamn thing. Gabe said it best. Gabe did say it best. Piracy is a service problem. Yep. Oh, and by the way, I want to add this too, about the piracy isn't stealing. They're making these rules, and these rules aren't tied to any fucking government. They are making rules to fuck with you. This is not some sort of, you gotta, this EULA in the terms of service, well, you agreed on it. You're not the fucking police. You're not the fucking police. Are you fucking kidding me? You try to pretend that you're the police, but you're not the fucking police. It's like, hey, so we fucked the gamers over. How do we make sure that that you know, law enforcement is on our side? It's like, the law enforcement is not on side. You made these rules. You made the, now if you go inside of a GameStop store and, you know, stick them up, this is a robbery, yeah, you're gonna get the fucking like full arm of the law on you. But when it comes to this sort of shit, it's like yeah, I'm gonna burn a CD. Cool, have fun. I had a PS1, never gotten. By the way, shout out to Japan and South Korea and even China for solidifying and holding on to retro games. Out of all the people that hold on to retro, Asia does a fine ass fucking job because they care. They care just like you and me. You'll go inside of a Japanese, even us over here in the U.S. You could go to like a convention and they'll be just like, bro, do you want a fucking GameCube? And I'm like, yeah, I want a fucking GameCube. It's like, what you got? It's like, oh, I got a couple of games here and there. Like, we do got some people that fucking sell, some stuff. They even sell Japanese games, and they're like, hey, I got a PlayStation 2 that is straight from Japan, and I got Japanese games. And I'm like, fuck it, give it to me. I got some Japanese games that you've never seen before. And I'm like, yeah, cool, awesome. It's crazy with all the money we spend on these games, and then they say we get a license to play it. It is, and we got to keep on saying it. Keep saying it. 100% keep saying it. What's this? Yeah, true. Huh? Nice. Does anybody want to see a lady cosplay from Dante? From Devil May Cry? The better one, not the Indian version of Devil May Cry? Let's do it. Let's do it. Dude. Boom. 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 See, this is the lady right here. Not that fucking Devil May... Not the one on fucking Devil May Cry like Netflix. This is the real one. See, this is the real one. Not that fake ass fucking shit that we saw on Netflix. I didn't watch it. Okay, I saw a little bit of it and I was like, yeah, I'm out. Without physical goods, studios will have to justify deluxe prices some other way, in my opinion. More locked out content like GTA did. More locked out content. They want to lock out everything. Yeah, Gabe is correct. If I was poor, I would pirate. But if I make money, I would more likely buy instead of pirate if they make it easily accessible. But if they pull stunts like these, I'm gonna just pirate. Do it. Do it. IGN tweeted about Xbox might convert to digital. If they do, it's not surprising since they tried that last generation. They did. I'm not surprised by it. Yeah, she's goated on the cosplays. Yeah, she is. Yo, she's got the fucking she's got the JoJo set up in the back. Props to her. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Thanks so much for joining me. We're gonna end it with ass and titties, like the right way, like a true American. Her Psylocke cosplay too. I'll have to check it out. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys all next time. Thanks for joining me. And I will see you guys later. It's darkness before the dawn. We're not out. We're not done yet, guys. So keep your head up, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Play some games. Have a good one.